Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I have it a Joy Toy set. This is the FTA Wasteland Hunter. Maybe it should be Hunters since there's 3 of them in there. These figures look absolutely fantastic. The accessories look really cool as well. Nice selection of guns, different helmets. I like the fact that they're not uniform. And that sort of really fits in with like the sort of wasteland theme. They're not like sort of uniform troopers, and more wasteland stuff. So I think it fits better having less uniform, less matching sort of equipment and look. Though there is colour matching, which sort of combines them together as well to make it into a sort of cohesive set. Looks really quite cool. Let's open this set up and have a look. Try and get this tape off. In fact, this set, judging by the aesthetic, looks like it might be a better match for Acid Rain World universe in some ways, you know. But let's see what it's like. Okay, so have our paperwork, which just shows us the contents and how the figures are assembled, how to take apart using hot water, I will hasten to add. All pretty standard stuff. We have our accessories here. Very nice pair of binoculars I've just seen here. Those are really cool. Very nice. Want to make those better though. They should just slightly hollow out the lenses on each side. But that's really nice looking. We have here, it looks like a shin pad, because for the woman who's got one shin pad. We have here a case that, very nice, opens up to reveal like a sort of a ruggedized laptop. Looks very cool. We have here sort of helmet stroke hat 1. Number 2, which is far more sci-fi. We've seen that before in different colouring. And number 3, which is more contemporary looking. The guns, I think we've seen all of these before. Cool colouring, will match quite well with their scheme, but no drilled barrel on Joy Toys' smaller guns. More contemporary looking, looks pretty cool. Nice colouring again. Really nice colouring on this one here. Again, very contemporary looking. And then we have more like a sniper rifle or for long range shooting, which has a, ooh, don't break. It does have a tripod, which is a bit fixed in position, which I don't want to snap. Which I'm not going to move now, because that just might snap. But that looks really cool too. Though the stock appears to be a bit long or far away from the handle here, so I would wonder how they're going to hold it. Acid Rain World generally, well, by a long way, usually are the best with stocks because they make the stocks fit. However, having said that, Joy Toy have fantastic articulation on wrists for holding guns, so we'll see how they hold their weapons in a moment. Okay, figures. As you saw in the beginning, it's a 3-figure set. So, woman first, nice head sculpt, got this sort of a plastic shawl thing over her at the back. If that was soft goods, that'd be amazing. That does look pretty good. Nice paint work, it's got some inking, which we can take as weathering. She has a gun, a knife, which will, come out. Very nice. I love the fact that the handle matches her colour scheme and also the colour of the sheath the knife is in. She looks really quite cool, and they've got these nice sort of carabiners here which do work, which you can clip things onto, but they are a plastic, so when they bend open you have to bend them shut again. You want to be careful not to break them. She does look really good. Let me just stand her up and put her near the camera so you get a better look. Okay, next one. This one's quite unusual. He's got heavy tattooing on his arms, which may go to his upper body, to his chest. Take his vest off and look. Yep, it goes onto his stomach and his chest as well, so he's heavily tattooed. Now, I will give a quick word here. If you do pop him out like I just done, this belt thing here going around his waist is going to be difficult to push him back in if you're not... There we go, he's in. Not too careful with it. Okay, so he's heavily tattooed. Got quite nice having the first aid pack on the side there. Or maybe I should say the field medical pack. Again, he's got a knife on his chest, which should come out, and it does. Very cool. Loads of stuff. He looks fantastic. Very, very nice. Again, he's got a carabiner on his back, a yellow one, so you can attach the guns to there. Let's put next to. Last one is woman again. Again, nice sculpt. She's got a carabiner on the front. Again, the vests and the sort of all the extra stuff does come off, so you can have them as a plain figure, and you can sort of mix and match and do what you want. This is the one you should have the other shin pad, but it's not on for whatever reason. So it should go on this one here. She looks really cool. She's got the big radio on her back. I like the way they've done this. Does she have a knife? Let's have a look. I can't see a knife on her. So no knife on her that I can see at the moment. And let's stand her up, give you a look again there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to have a look at all three of these separately very quickly for the articulation because of the different equipment they've got. Though the two women should be the same articulation if all the equipment's off because they're basically the same body. Just that with the different things they've got on, it's going to be slightly different. Okay, let's have a look inside the little box they come with. We have a spare red carabiner. We have 2 pairs of spare hands, 2 spare pairs of female forearms. We have a blank head, which I'm going to assume is for one of the helmets. That might be too small for normal heads. Maybe this one, maybe. But I'll find out in a moment. Maybe it'd be for her because she's got the ponytail. We have another like scarf for the neck. We have 2 sidearms. So one doesn't come with a sidearm. That is disappointing. Oh, I'm telling you a lie. There's 3 sidearms. I missed the other pistol here. 3 sidearms, and it looks like 2 possibly elbow or shoulder pads, depending. Here, 2 small ones. Okay, let's put those back. Close that for the time being. Okay, so articulation. Let's start with our first woman first. Left, right. With this on her neck, very little down, little up, small side to side. Shoulders, the shoulder pad gets in the way here and here. Without those, she'll go significantly higher. Bicep should be pretty cool. She does get over 90 on both hands, which is good. Wrists, she has a gun articulation on the right and this wave articulation on the left. So that is pretty cool. And her wrists do turn. She can turn at the waist, dip forwards, backwards, side to side. Hips, not bad considering the amount of equipment she's got on her. I didn't think I'd go that far. Pretty cool. There is no thigh twist. There's a double kneecap, and despite the equipment, look how tight she gets on that leg. And she'll get maybe not quite as tight on the other leg, but still very, very good. Feet, they turn this way like this. They have a side to side, but it's just restricted a little bit by the sculpt on the trousers, but it's doable. Tippy toes is not the best, but it's still pretty cool. Dorsal flexation, the Michael Jackson, is not bad. And they have the added articulation, which we don't normally see, but Joy-To are good at this, on the toes. So you can do toe articulation and flat foot articulation. Very, very nice. And nothing is too stiff or tight on her. I do like her. Let's stand her back up. Just put her just over here slightly, and we move on to the guy. So head much better because he hasn't got the scarf on. He gets left, right, up, down, side to side. Shoulders, the vest is going to really impede his articulation. Biceps, with having nothing in the way, he should get good. So he gets over 90 on a basic. Just over 90 was pretty cool. Same wrists. So they turn. That one's a bit stiff. Have a look. Okay, the wrists turn, but his right one appears to be very stiff or not going to turn, but his hand is articulated like this and left is the wave. Trunk, again, he has trunk and waist, as does she, but the vest will impinge some of that, or impede is the correct word, sorry, impede some of that articulation. So he can turn, he can dip and dip. Waist, one side is great, one side the first aid pack gets in the way with his holster. He does have a thigh twist. I didn't see it on her. Did I miss it on her? Yeah, sorry, she does have a thigh twist. I missed it. It's hidden by the weathering and the colour scheme. So he does have, they do have thigh twists. Double kneecap, pretty tight. Will get tighter if he doesn't have his the straps on his thigh pecs. Same ankle articulation. However, he gets a much better tippy toe than she does. His dorsal flexation is not as good. And he's not getting much of a turn on the feet, which is surprising. He's got a boot turn? No. This is a sculpt thing. But he can twist as well as she can. Let me just check her turn again. See, she can turn. Both feet I can turn outwards quite nicely. But he is struggling to do that. I think it might be a sculpting issue. He turns and he wants to twist, almost like a Fortnite figure, not quite the same. I think it's a sculpting issue on that one. However, it doesn't, take away anything from him. He is a fantastic looking figure. And I do like that sort of jacket stroke vest he's got on, and the fact that he's fully tattooed underneath it too is a great job by Joy Toy. Okay, last female. She should have the best shoulder articulation, but she has got this hair which is not articulated, unfortunately. Okay, so she can look left and right, not really down or up or side to side because of this scarf. Her shoulders should be the best, even with the shoulder pads on. She does get far more over the flap than the other two. If I was to move those down, she can get almost a wide, but seems a bit more struggling slightly with the right hand. There we go. So best shoulder articulation out of the three. Bicep, well over 90, so the best bicep articulation. Now I want to check the other woman because hers wasn't as good as that, and they should be the same. And there's nothing really to get in the way from what I can tell. Okay, there we go, it's better. So both get really good bicep articulation, which means it'll be easier for holding some of the guns. Trunk and waist, again, going to be impeded by the vest, but forwards, backwards, side to side, turn, turn. Hips, again, the thigh parts do impede, but not too bad. Forwards, not great. I didn't do forwards and those two. I'll show that in a second. She has a thigh twist, double kneecap, really tight, even despite having the attachments around her thigh. Feet appear to be the same as the other one. Same sculpt, same trousers, so I won't look at that. However, I am going to look at the forwards and backwards on these guys. I use his belt and his thigh pack, sort of his thigh armor part do get in the way significantly, and it's not really much of a backwards. Hers will be the same. Let's go this one. Not quite flat, so not that easy to sit down. Backwards is not great either, but still it's okay. Okay, so my opinion so far, I think this is one of my favorite Joy Toy sets. I just think because the aesthetic, the look, the fact that they're not uniform but they're still cohesive because of the color schemes, I think they look really good. But now let's look at some of the accessories, and let's look at the weapons, and we'll do a comparison. So, having a look at my box again, who wears what? Or doesn't it tell me? It doesn't tell me there. Let me look at the paperwork. It will tell me in the paperwork. Okay, so he's supposed to wear this silver helmet, which he does. He looks very Mandalorian. He does particularly well. She wears the black one. I'm not sure how that fits on her head yet. Let's have a look. I have no idea how she's supposed to wear that. Like that, maybe? How have they done it on the picture here? On their picture, hers is painted. Oh, they're doing this way. Okay, they have her wearing it like this, but in fact, you could wear it the other way around, and she's got almost like a. You remember Buck Rogers in the 23rd century, or whatever, and there was Hawk, just like Hawk. She wears it back to front, a sort of beak look. Pretty cool. My least favorite helmet though. And then this one here, you're going to have to swap the heads around because of that ponytail, which doesn't come off. She won't fit that on. So if I just pop her head off, get the other blank head out of here, which incidentally I think is going to be too small for that helmet. She wears it okay, but it's a... In fact, I'll take that back. It's about the right size. It's loose enough not to get stuck, I hope, or have too much friction, but it does fit on and keep... Someone shot. Does keep the helmet in place. So this one, I don't like the helmet, but other than that, I think it look cool. Very sci-fi, a bit more contemporary. Okay, so let's have a look at how they hold their guns, or the different guns. So these two will hold the guns the same. So I will put one of the funky helmet to the side. I'll use the other one because she looks better. Okay, so you should hold them all particularly well. Now, do I need to get a knife? Because sometimes Joy Toy have the thumb and finger join. You want to cut that apart. Let's have a look. No. No on her. Usually on the guy's hands, and no on him. Okay, that's all cool. Okay, so let's have a look. Holds that particularly well. Look at that. Really well holds that gun there. Can she reach the handle at the front? This is going to be the hard part. Very nice. The only thing is, because that front handle on the gun is quite far from the back, she's like this, so it's difficult to get the stock into her shoulder nicely, holding both handles at the same time. However, if I take that off, if I make a grip elsewhere, can she hold elsewhere? Let's have a look. There we go. Can just about make a grip slightly further down. It's not made for a hand position, but she can hold it much better now with the stock into her shoulder. Very, very nice. Okay, let's see how he deals with this one here. Holds it very nicely. Stock is not too long. Though he has the least. God, his wrist is so stiff. He has the least bend of the bicep, least bicep bend out of the three, so he might struggle a bit as well. However, he appears to be doing quite a good job so far. Let's get your wrist turned around a bit more. Very nice. Very, very nice on that. Let's use her on the last one. Then we have a look at the a pistol and this long one here, and the binoculars as well. Let's see how they hold the binoculars. Bit hard to hold this one. There's not really another place for the hands to hold nicely. I'll try and squeeze the hand in there. Okay, that will work. Oh, not easy for the grip. Okay. And again, she holds the gun very, very nicely. Okay, so the one that's going to be most difficult to hold is this sort of sniper rifle. Let me see if I can. I don't want to snap this, but okay, there we go. Take off the little tripod legs. Let's try and put them back in a down position. Now, there we go. But they are, or they were very stiff. They were sort of painted shut. Okay, let's take the first woman again, since she has the joint and best articulation. How's she gonna, for the elbows, how is she gonna hold this? Can she hold it? That stock is super long. And already she's sort of letting go of the handle as you try and keep the stock into her shoulder and you come up. Okay, she can do it. I'll use some Chinese. Ji.i.Joe, Ji.i.Joe, which means fighting, you can do it, you can achieve it. Sort of thing they shout out, you know, when people are trying to do something. Come on, you can do it. Okay, I take it back. She can do it. She does that particularly well. However, I suspect that the guy won't be able to hold it as well as these two. Very, very nice. Look at that. Very, very nice. Okay, so just need to look at pistol in his hand, her hand, because the hands are different, and then binoculars, and then we are done. The case will be, I'll look at the case as well. That should be easy to hold, but I may be wrong. I'm not going to swap the hands around, so let's look at her on the pistol. The only thing I'm going to say about the pistol is the trigger guard, the small hole by the trigger, really wants to be a little bit bigger so they can hold it better, so the trigger finger can actually go in the hole with ease. Because at the moment it's struggling to get in there, which means they're not going to hold the pistol as straight as we would like, unless you really get the finger in there first, which is not an easy job. So they do that and then try and get the gun into her hand. So she holds it okay, not great. It's acceptable. It's quite good. Not as good as if the finger was inside the trigger guard, but it's okay. Let's see how he holds that. Now, he doesn't have a trigger finger per se, sort of pre-posed for that. So he might struggle even more. Because his grip is wide. Okay, he can hold the pistol too. he does not hold it as well as the women do. His pistol is slightly curved around to the inside, but you can still hold it pretty cool. Binoculars. The hands I've got, you know, they give quite easily. I'd like perhaps a little bit more resistance in them to make it tighter. Oh my word, that is awesome. Look at that. Very, very nice on the binoculars for her. Let's see if he can do the same. And he can. Fantastic. Very, very good. And then lastly, just look at how she grips the case. I'll use her right hand still because it's slightly more closed than the left. Very nicely. And I will use his left hand since his right hand's on the binoculars. And he should get a fantastic grip on this. Very, very nice again. Fantastic job by Joy Toy. Okay, let me just pose her up for one last time. And get my little pose, and I'll sign out and upload this video. Come on, hand, get in there. Okay. One posed and ready to go. That he can stay like this. And she can stay over here. If I turn to the side, you can see the binoculars better. Maybe this way. That's there where he is. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm signing out saying please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back to more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out the rest of my content because there's loads of stuff there for you guys to enjoy, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.